Hello.
Hello, mate. All right.
Yeah, I'm not bad, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Is the
Good,
audio
good.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all good. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, mate. I can hear you fine.
We're just having issues with the camera.
There's his little handsome mug there, man. How's it going?
There we go. Good, good,
There
good.
we go. There's the major. There's the major.
Right, welcome everybody to the picnic table ant chat. We're actually having a really exciting stream today because this is our first stream on multiple platforms. All the links are in the description, so you can follow on the different platforms as well. So I am your host, Tom from Ants on the Rock, and today we have a special guest today. We have Big Ross. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
Yeah, so like you say, his name's Big Ross. I'm a gaming content creator mainly. I'm 27 years old from the northeast of the UK. I've always had a massive interest in ant keeping myself. I've never actually bit the bullet until recently, which was March or May earlier this year. So that's when I started ant keeping personally myself. And yeah, here we are now, and I've been invited on here. So yeah, mate, cheers you. Appreciate the offer. Thank you very much. And I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited to be here.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, buddy. It's only a friendly chat, really. So as always, we've got quite a few questions lined up for you. So I'll just crack on with the first one. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. So the first one was, you've already sort of answered it, was how long have you kept ants and what got you into them?
Right. So, like I says, how long have I kept ants? I think it was March or May that I actually got my first queen, which was the last year's Niger. Obviously, clear reasons why I went for that species. Obviously, they're the easiest to start with, especially with being from the UK myself and then being native here. But I don't know. I've always had an interest in ants. Just the way they work and the different species and stuff. I mean, I used to look into them a lot when I was a kid. Not as far enough to say like I knew the names of the different species and what they're all done, but I knew there was different species and I knew they all lived a different way and stuff.
Yeah.
And funny story and a fact, right? When I was younger, I used to actually live with my gran, and there was this one time, I was like, look, like I was looking in the Argos catalog, and I was like, look, gran, I want an ant farm. Can you remember the very old ones where it had the green plastic around the outside? I was like, yeah, one of those. Like, gran, I want one of those, and she's like, all right, no problem. And then next day she comes in, she's, oh, I've got a gift for you. All right, mint. Comes in, really excited, opens it up. She got us a worm farm.
Oh.
And it had the brown plastic around the outside, not the green. And I was like, what's this? Like, I wanted ants. And she's like, I'm not getting ants in this house. You've got no chance. And if they escape, they'll breed, they'll be in the walls and all this stuff. So yeah. So I asked for an ant farm when I was a kid, and my gran came in with a worm farm for us. So that's actually a funny fact. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I've watched like a few YouTubers, over the years. Obviously that Ants Canada, a lot of people. He's brought a lot of people in. I've watched him for a long time. Not that I have recently for certain reasons, which I don't want to obviously get into, because it is a different subject. But yeah, I mean, I've always had a big interest in them, and it was only recently that I finally bit the bullet, and I got my first queen, which was the last year's Niger. I think she came with 4 workers, which is now maybe 50 plus. I've got Messas, Mimic, Aruba. I've got multiple species now, so yeah, everything's going good. Really exciting. I'm hoping to get some more, and hopefully the missus won't complain when I do.
Yeah, that's always the issue, trying to convince the missus to let you have more ants.
She's not too bad, to be honest. She actually shows a lot of interest when I explain things to her about the different species and stuff when it comes to the feeding and showing them and showing the different stages of the brood, like from egg to pupae and larvae, so she shows a lot of interest. So she is into it a bit. But she's nowhere near my level. I mean, she shows interest, and that's it. That's enough, I think.
I definitely think ants, anything like that, it's definitely not just for men, if you know what I mean. Anyone can get into it, really. My wife absolutely loves watching the ants with me, and like she knows probably just as much as I do about all the ants as well. She can name them and tell you the facts, and she sits there watching YouTubers sometimes, and she's like, "Well, that was wrong."
Ah, awesome, man. That's class. She doesn't know names. She's not that into it. She just like she shows interest when I tell her things. You know what I mean? I'll be like, "Yeah, oh, like this is this species. This does this and this does that." And she's like, "All right, cool." But
Yeah,
I think it just goes in one ear and out the other ear. And I think she's
yeah,
just
right.
showing respect. I think she's just showing respect for me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, at least she does that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. What made you start your channel?
Well, like I said, I mainly do gaming content. So I was doing gaming content on YouTube. I think it was maybe 2016. I think I started doing it, or 2015 maybe. Pardon me. So I used to do gaming content. I used to live stream games on YouTube, and then I moved from YouTube over to Twitch. And
Yeah.
I was doing it for like 10 months. And then I went through a bit of a bad moment in life and everything. I took a break from things. That break ended up being 18 months. I come back after that 18-month break, started again. And my channels did very well. I got a load new followers, load new following and everything. Channel's been going really good. But life changes and jobs happening and stuff and different things happen in life. And I've kind of struggled with YouTube content for like gaming because obviously when it comes to like answer stuff, I mean, you can sit and record a video, edit, it's pretty much easy. But with games, I mean, you can probably play a game for maybe 4 hours, record it, and then you'd have to go through that 4 hours of recording and edit it, add the effects, add everything they add, and then you've got to render it, and then you've got to upload it and process it. So it does take a lot of time. And for a while now, I haven't had that kind of time. So I have been wanting to add new content to the channel. And I was thinking, right, what can I do new to add to the channel? Right. Yeah. I've always had an interest in ants. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've never been brave enough to bite the bullet. I was like, look, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a go. So I went ahead. I was looking online, just messing around and stuff, and I came up the Ants Kit. Is it Ants Kit? I believe they're called. Shut down a while ago or something. Yeah. I came across their website, seen the Lassie Snyders, and that's when I ended up getting the Lassie Snyders from them. That was my first queen. So that's how I started, obviously, with the gaming, and that's how I implemented the ants in. So obviously, I mean, I still do my live streaming on Twitch for me gaming stuff, but I am wanting to implement feeding videos myself as well. I want to do stuff like that. So I've got a pretty nice webcam in orders 4K and all that. Not that I'm really putting out 4K, but I would like to just do some like 1080p feeding videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff planned. It's just trying to find the time and everything to get everything going. Do you know what I mean? I'm a new dad as well. My daughter, I was just turned 2-month-old on Friday gone. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, time's a little bit skeptical at the moment, you know, but I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, it's definitely hard when you got a young kid, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all understand that. So what is your top tip for beginners? Something that you've learned yourself that you want to pass on?
Right. So obviously, like I said before, I've only been at Antkeeping for less than a year myself. And what I've learned so far is, which is probably the most easiest and simplest thing to say, is just do your research on what it is you want to do. Obviously for a new starter, it all depends where it is you're from. You know what I mean? For like your temperatures and like where in the world is you're from. So obviously for me, I'm from the UK. So when I first started and I did my research, I saw Lassius Niger and Lassius Flavus. Praying I pronounced them right because I've heard people say them differently in multiple ways. But yeah, Lassius Niger, Lassius Flavus, those are both native to the UK. You know, there's not a lot of extra help needed towards them. Just know what food they need, temperatures, humidity. Just do your research, and that's literally all I say. If you do your research, you know what you've got to, what care you need to give. Your ants are going to do totally fine. And if you struggle to ask questions, do you know what I mean? I've actually noticed, like, since I've joined like the Antkeeping community, I've met like so many new people, and I've made a lot of new friends. And there's so many helpful people, so many helpful people. I mean, I don't think. I have not personally yet come across a single person in the Antkeeping community who I've spoken to who was generally sat there and like being like a dick or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, pardon the French, but like I've never came across one bad person yet. Everyone's always been helpful. Everyone wants to give their experiences, share their ideas, their opinions, and it's great. So yeah, I would say do your research and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. The ant keeping community is absolutely amazing. Obviously, I try and involve myself as much as I can, but everyone is just fantastic out there to help each other. And
Mhm.
there's not really many of us trying to rip each other off or any of that. It's a great
Mhm.
community. And like you say,
So
just
yeah, I've
research.
made a lot of friends. I generally have made a lot of friends, just like normal ant-keepers.
Yeah,
There's a few guys who's all new ant-keepers, the same as me. I mean, we've got each other on WhatsApp now, and we're sending each other pictures every other day and stuff. It's great, honestly. It's absolutely great. My girlfriend complains because I'm messaging me pal more than what I told her.
yeah,
Honestly, it is. It's good crack. Like it's good crack.
yeah. We've got a question here from Kevin. Big
Okay.
Ross, do you play 7 Days to Die?
No, I have tried it in the past, but I don't know. I never really got into it personally myself. But survival games actually are my favorite. My favorite genre of game. I like Rust the most. Rust, Ark, Stranded Deep, the Forest games, and I do love survival
Yeah.
games. But yeah, 7 Days to Die. I've tried it a little bit, but I couldn't really personally get into it myself.
Fair enough. It's not one I keep looking at it. I will try it at some point. It's not one I've
Mm.
tried yet. I'm currently doing Armor 3
Oh,
and
that's cool.
yeah. Rome Total War 2, just
Mate, you're my guy. Oh, mate, I love that game. Total
yeah.
War, I
It-
tell you, mate. Rome
brilliant.
2 is class. Absolutely
Yeah,
class, mate.
yeah. I mean, I've got the first one on my mobile, so when I'm out and about, I can play that if I've got time. But when I'm here, it's Rome 2. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Room 2 Wars. Yeah, it is definitely one of the best Total Wars. Thank you, Hud. Welcome, Hud, for joining. Welcome, everyone. I haven't said welcome yet, but we've got loads of people here joining us. So, welcome, everyone, on all different
All right, cheers,
platforms.
everybody. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. This Swigs on Newsly.
Okay. So, kind of an opposite to the last question. Have you made any mistakes yourself that you want to share your
Yes.
experience?
I'll go my cat. Is it Cataclysm Iberica? Did I pronounce that correctly? Correctly?
Yeah, yeah,
Right. I said the first bit right, but I didn't see the normal bit. Right. So, the ant lady, she hit me up a while ago when we first got talking, and she sent me a mystery box.
yeah.
And what she did when she sent me out, she sent me a bamboo test tube with a little small acrylic nursery. She sent me a Cataglyphus Iberica queen with the eggs, the brood, and 10 workers.
Yeah.
There was Flavis and loads of other little like bits and bobs inside. Everything was going good. I had the Iberica moved into the bamboo test tube from the tube that we're in. They were set up with the little nursery
Yeah,
outbuild.
yeah.
Everything was going well, and every couple of days I was going in and like obviously, like I say, I'm new to ant keeping, so I was going in every couple of days, and as soon as I was seeing the test tube was looking a bit dry, I was putting a bit more water in and thing in it.
Right.
And I noticed once the larvae got to a specific size, well, sorry, the larvae got to a certain size and it vanished.
Right,
So I was
yeah.
like confused. I was like, so I messaged her and I was like, look, this is a crack. This has happened. Blah blah blah. So she says, okay, if the queen's stressed, she might evade it. So I was like, all right, well, that sucks, a bit gutted. Because I think as soon as I got them, they were the most fascinating ants that I had. They were
Yeah.
awesome to watch. I really did enjoy watching them. They were so aggressive when I was putting in the fruit flies and stuff. It was incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kept going, kept trying, and the next batch of eggs, the next generation, moved into larvae. They got the same size and they vanished again. And it seemed to be when the larvae hit the same size, it did it 3 times now. So 3
Okay.
times now, the larvae has reached a certain size, and the
And then
queen
it's
has
got
then
eaten them.
yeah, I'm guessing so. So after I was speaking to the ant lady about it, she says I might have been adding too much water too often. She says that she
Yeah.
was only doing it maybe once a week, where I was
Yeah.
doing it maybe say twice a week.
Right.
And
Okay.
I feel like that might have been my issue
Yeah.
of what happened,
Yeah.
which is obviously quite unfortunate. I mean, the queen's still alive. At the moment, currently, I don't have any eggs from her, and I only have 4 workers left.
Right. Yeah.
So it has
Yeah.
dropped a bit. I am quite sad about it. But I mean, I've got my setup behind us. I've got the heat cable there. I've got a little dummy test tube set up with the thermometer in. so I can monitor the temperatures, and temperatures and stuff's fine. Like I say, it's just hopefully the queen will get comfortable and she'll start laying again after the winter. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Obviously winter's our hibernation and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that might be a factor of why she hasn't started laying again also.
It could well be.
So I'm hoping that over time and we're past the winter that she might actually start again.
Yeah.
That was my big mistake what I've made.
That's fair enough. That's an easy mistake to make, just over watering. We've all done that. One of my nests has no monitor or anything in that, and every time I water it, I flood the nest. You can almost guarantee. I watch it so carefully. I take the thing off now, just to see if there's a little drip coming out, because every time I just flood the nest, and all the ants go nuts, and it's just not great. But it's easy to sort out. You just like squeeze it.
My natural setup also. I got a 7-queen rubra setup, a 7-queen rubra colony. Sorry, from the Ant Lady again. She helped us out with that. Amazing woman. I made my first ever natural setup. I watched loads of YouTube videos on how people done them and stuff. So I bought a fish tank. It was a 19-litre fish tank from Pets at Home.
Nice.
So I did like the clear balls on the bottom, them round pellets. I got them from Swell Reptiles. So I used them as drainage layer. I put the mesh over the top. I added activated charcoal, and then what was it called? Cocoa soil. Again, all the stuff was from all from Swell Reptiles, and I got it all set up. And I've recently just getting some moss as well. I've added the moss in. But I feel like I've had the moss for like maybe 3 weeks now, and I've just been speaking to Antscapes, and Antscapes actually give us some advice earlier on about it. I feel like my moss isn't taken. I feel like it's like drying out. It seems to be lighter in colour. But when I've made my tank, I've made like a custom lid myself. So what I've done is I've made it around about that thick around the entire border, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I feel like the hole might be a bit too big, and it's allowing it to dry out a lot faster than what it should be.
Yeah. Okay.
I was speaking to Antscapes, and he says that's probably what it is. It's probably drying out too fast, like due to the hole in the side at the top. So what I've done is I've actually found an odd cutting at the moment. I've just done it before we start this video. And actually take my camera and I'll show you behind us. It's over there.
Yeah.
And I found that cutting, and I've chucked the cutting over the top of it, and it's got a couple of little holes in for the time being. And I'm just hoping that'll fix it for now. And hopefully I'm waiting for more acrylic coming, and I'm going to make a new lid, and hopefully that'll improve that.
Yeah. Another little trick I can give you is if you've got any, sphagnum moss that you just use for building, like dead sphagnum moss, chuck a little bit of that underneath where you put in the moss. And because it soaks up so much moisture, it draws it up from the soil as well, and just helps, like you say, keep it moist that little bit longer.
So what was that?
Sphagnum moss.
Yeah, that's what I've got near the sphagnum moss. I've got the sphagnum moss across the top of the soil on the cocoa soil. Yeah.
So literally, I get like a little bit of sphagnum moss, and I put that like underneath wherever I'm going to put another piece of moss, and that way it just kind of soaks up loads more moisture and really helps it bind to whatever you're attaching it to.
Oh, awesome! See, Antscapes mentioned about getting another kind of moss. I'll have to check the messages to see which one it was, but he mentioned another kind of moss. He says you can add that on top of your sphagnum moss, which will improve it. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, diversity in the tank's the main thing. Just keep adding in loads of different things and see until it works. That's what I do.
See, I've got more springtails coming as well. I did add a step, but I feel like recently when I've been looking in and feeding them, I haven't seen springtails knocking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the same with me my isopods. I've got the giant orange woodlice. There's only like 3 or 4 of them left now as well. So I've ordered some more. I've got another tub of it's very small, small grey isopods from Swell Reptiles. I've got them coming, and I've got another set of springtails coming. So I'm just gonna chuck all them in there. And hopefully they'll do a little bit too.
One thing I found with adding springtails and isopods is you need to add like enough. If you don't add enough, like you say, they just sort of start dying out. There's not enough to like sustain the population.
See, I've only ever seen one dead though. I've literally only ever seen one dead woodlouse.
Okay.
I haven't seen more.
hide into moat or something.
It's crazy. I've only ever seen like one or two, like what round. But Anscombe did say that the orange ones are quite shy. Like they tend to hide more than like certain like different species or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you get into tropical greys, they're what I've got in my tanks, and they are not shy at all. They'll be out and about all day. They'll compete with your ants for food, and yeah, they're
nice.
pretty cool to watch. Yeah, pretty feisty. They'll fight between each other as well. That's pretty cool to watch.
Oh, will they?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Well, I mean, I've got it. That's that setup. What's in there? What they're in with? It's a 7 queen like Rubra colony. So there is some good numbers in there. Ant wise.
Yeah, 7 queen.
It was actually came in last night to check on them, and there was a spider had fell in because like I'm in the in the loft. Like this is my gaming room, and that used to be in console area, and I changed the console area to where I keep the ants now. So all the PlayStations and stuff's all been moved now. I came in yesterday, and I'm gonna get spiders up here with the being in the loft. I come in and there was a spider inside the tank, like walking around, and I thought I'll take it out. Well, I'm not. I thought it's nature. I thought right, I'm just gonna leave it hang. Look, the day can't see it nowhere. Well, actually, I couldn't see it nowhere earlier on, but now it's actually at the front, and I can actually see it now. It's actually dead at the front, next to one of the tunnels, next to the tunnel entrances. So now they've actually defeated it. Yeah. Those guys don't play no games, I'm telling you.
No, I've seen a spider fall into my bullet ant tank, and like you said, that same thought went through my head. Do I get it out? Do I leave it? In the end, it actually managed to climb out itself, so it saved itself. But you imagine that being a UK spider and falling into
mate, it wouldn't know what the crap was. It wouldn't understand. Poor thing.
Hood says, are we concerned that it has mites? I'm not too concerned about the mites because I always can just go get the predatory mites and do things like that. I mean, it's always an issue having large tanks like I've got. Sometimes they're a little bit like both my largest tanks are open at the top, so you could always get mites, but I don't worry too much.
See, I was curious about that at first. But then at the same time, I thought it's nature. I thought like if it happens, if it's gonna happen outside of my garden, it's gonna happen in like kind of things. I thought that is just once I'll let it go.
Yeah. Right. Let's have a little look. So you mentioned about your gaming content. Is there anything else on your channel apart from your gaming content or your ants, or do you want to talk a little bit about your gaming content?
No, not really, mate. Like I see, I mean, like I live stream on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it's usually around about 7 p.m. that I would start, like our time in the UK. But like I work at Nissan, in my shifts change each week. So 1 week I'll be working day shift, 1 week I'll be working late. So the week that I'm working late, I normally stream all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but it's not till about maybe 2 o'clock in the morning onwards. And then obviously the days that I'm on day shift, I would stream like the 3 days a week. But I mean, other than that, I mean, yeah, that's literally all it is. I've got me gaming content that I do on Twitch. I recently haven't had no time at all to make any gaming content for YouTube, so it's all been ant content. But yeah, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now at the moment, and I'm liking the flow of things. I'm meeting a lot of great people, and yeah, things are going well. I'm really enjoying it.
Good. That's the main thing. That is the next question. Do you enjoy being a content creator?
I love it. I absolutely love it. I thrive. Like, see, for me, my bread and butter is having people in the chat. Like, I like doing stuff live. Do you know what I mean? So right now I can sit chat and see the chat there. You know, you've got Ants Hood and Ants England, Dean, and the rest of the guys. I mean, like when I live stream, I don't know, like my bread and butter, I like to talk. Like I'm a Geordie. Do you know what I mean? I'm from the northeast of the UK. You know what I mean? I've got me beers. I like to drink me beers. I like to play some games. I have a good crack on that, and I don't know. That's just me. That's me bread and butter. I like to play a game. I like to meet people from around the world. I mean, for me being like a Geordie, there's a large portion. I would say maybe 70% of my channel is actually Americans, which is pretty crazy. There's a massive percentage of my channel gaming wise who was actually American. I mean, I've got like some really big donators from over in America who's like in the military. The one guy, Trey B, phenomenal guys. He's supported the channel from when I first ever started, and I think he's donated nearly £6,000 altogether.
Wow.
To the channel. There's another guy, Nemo, the loft that I'm in right now. He paid for literally all of this. He paid for me to convert the entire loft into the gaming room that I'm in now. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, these are all American people. And I think it's phenomenal because I've got friends in real life. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, but like I've got friends in real life who haven't even like shown us any support online, who know that I do this. I mean, they know, like, this is my like hobby. It's my kind of like second job. It's something I would love to be able to make full time. I would love to be able to be a full-time streamer, content creator. That would be my like big goal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I've got random people who I've never met before from the other side of the ocean in America, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I think your content's great. I think you're good. I think you're funny." Yeah, look, mate, there's £700. I'm like, what did you say? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell? And it's honestly, mate, it's happened. Honestly, I've been live streaming. I've been hit with like £600 donations, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the shit? Honestly, man, it's phenomenal. But it's me, like, my big supporters has all been Americans. I mean, don't get us wrong. I've got my fan base like from the UK a lot as well. You know, amazing. Swedish people. Honestly, my fan base is like mixed. I don't know how. I generally don't know how.
That's
there's a lot of people from where I'm from struggle to understand me because I speak fast and because my accent's are thick, and that's in my own hometown. So how the hell someone Polish or Swedish can understand as an American? I've got no idea, mate. But it's good crack, Nat. I love it. I love being a content creator. I love meeting new people. I love to entertain. You know, I've had people messages and they've been struggling with like mental health issues and stuff. And I used to when I says I took my break a while back, that's what it was, because I was struggling with my mental health. So I've had experience in that. So I've did charity live streams for like 12 hours straight, and I've raised money for different charities for to do with like men's mental health and stuff like that. And we've raised good chunks of money and stuff where it's been like £5 a phone call, what could potentially save someone's life, and we've raised like £700 in one night. You know, it's been amazing. I just love it. Honestly, mate, I love it. I love live streaming. I love meeting new people. I love making new friends. I love entertaining, making people smile, getting messages saying, "Look, mate, I've had a shit week, but your live stream just made my night." And I'm like, yeah, like that's big for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just sitting there playing the game, talking shit, doing something I enjoy doing. Do you know what I mean? And I've got people messaging that. So yeah, it's great, mate. I love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it.
You're definitely doing something right if you're getting those sorts of messages. I can actually say I had a couple of those messages recently, and it's just blown me away. You know, people like really, like you say, they enjoying the channel to that next level. It's really helped them like through whatever issues they're going through. I was just like, wow, that means a lot to me as a creator to hear that I'm helping.
Men's mental health is a massive thing at the moment, especially like in the UK, in the northeast of the UK where I'm from right now. There's, as sad as it sounds, mate, there's lads going every other week, and it's honestly, mate, it's really bad. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah, it is bad. I don't really know what else to say about that. It's definitely one of those issues that needs to be raised a bit more at the moment.
It just needs a bit more help and a bit more support. That, you know what I mean? I mean, like, obviously, don't get us wrong. There's a lot of charities out there do a lot of things for it and that, but at the same time, like defense wise, that way, it takes a lot for a man to stand up and say, "Look, I'm struggling." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Any man can sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I'm fine," put a smile on the face, but inside they might be fighting their own battles. Do you know what I mean? So it's vice versa kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's 6 and 2 frees. You might have one person who's struggling who will ask for help. You might have another person struggling who won't. So it's kind of like touch and go.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, next question then. Have you got a dream species of ant that you would like to keep?
Dream species. See, I mean, I've got Lasius niger and Flavus. I've got Mesobarbarus. I've got a Campo Herco Queen. What category was I better? See, I really want Camp Notice Nico's.
Right, yeah, Nicobarensis, yeah.
And it's Trapjaws, but I do have Trapjaws, but it's a Trapjaw Queen with our eggs. It's right. I'm gonna butcher this, right? And you're gonna laugh at us. Odanta matches similar.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the Trapjaw Queen I've got, right? It's Odanta matches similar.
I'm not even going to try because I pronounce it worse.
How I mean, if I'm going to sit and see it, you've got to sit and see it. Come on. How about don't be scared.
No, no.
Come on, do it.
No, my tongue doesn't even do that.
My tongue doesn't do that. Me that way. Odanta match is it? Did I say? Well, I obviously didn't say it right. Odanta matches similar.
Yeah, that one. One of the mods can post it in the.
Someone's got a nah. Someone's got a nah. Someone's got a nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always said Trapjaws. I think Trapjaws just look amazing. I love the way you see the big mandibles in the front of the mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah. So gene species for me personally, Nico's and Trapjaws. I know I've got Trapjaws right now. What's my the large messas, what they're called? Messa odd. It begins with an A.
Oh,
big things you can ride them into metal.
Yeah, the really massive one.
Yeah. You can put a dog's lead on it and take it for a walk down the street. You know them big guys. Yeah, them ones.
I saw them.
Begins with an A. Messa A, I don't remember, but yeah, so that's what I would say. Nico's, Trapjaws, and them very large messas. That way, my species, yeah.
I saw that Ant Lady had that species of Messa, and wow, like she put it next to the normal Messa barbarus and just dwarfs them. You know?
I know, mate, crazy. See, what I was confused about as well is I was on Instagram like a few months ago, and I won a giveaway. It was a competition that you give away, you know, you comment this and say this, blah blah blah. Like, you have a chance to win. And I won a Messa barbarus queen. But you come in the Met. I told her I'll grab her, right, and I'll see if you. I don't know if I'll get the quality on my camera, but I think like I've got a Messa barbarus queen now, which is a red-headed queen, and this Messa that I won looks smaller and different. So I don't know if it's a different type of Messa. So I don't know if I'll get that. I'll get her anyways. And we'll see.
We'll have a look.
All right, let me try my best here, right? Yeah, she looks a lot smaller to me Messa barbarus that I have me redhead. If I do have the quality.
Okay. She does look a bit different, I suppose. I'm not that great.
I think it looks Messa, but
she's definitely Messa. Yeah, I'd say she's definitely Messa.
But I just think she looks like when I compare to like my Messa barbarus queen that I've got. I mean, I can't get her because she's in a flat like acrylic nest, and it'll go everywhere if I try to hold her up. But I don't know. She's much smaller. Like I've literally held this test tube next to me other nest, and she's a lot smaller than the other queen. I mean, the other queen is a red-headed queen, where this one's obviously if this is a barbarus, she's obviously a
dark blackhead. Yeah,
it's like a normal one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said,
sometimes some queens are just a bit smaller. I mean, I've seen some which are massive and some which are small, and they're the same species and genus. Hood says it looks like a barbarus, Messa barbarus.
See, I think it does, but I just think it looks small. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, obviously being inexperienced, and obviously the difference in like the redhead to a normal.
Yeah, to be honest, everyone in the chat saying it looks like a barbarus. I definitely say it looks like a Messa. I'd want a proper look. I'm not that great. I've got a light shining in my face for a start.
See, I've got me see me that little Messa barbarus is with the vortex outworld over here, the circle one.
Yeah.
And that it's hold on, this is weird. Like that one. That's in there. So it'll be hard for us to grab them guys to show you. But that other queen there is a lot smaller than my normal queen. I've literally put the tube next to the nest and compared sizes, and she's much smaller. She does look like one, but she's really small. Run to the litter, mate, Ants Hood.
Yeah.
That does sound correct.
That could just well be it.
I honestly just the head though. It's the head. Like the body seems okay, but the head seems like a lot more shrunk. I don't know. It's just the difference because of the red head to a normal. I don't know.
No, fair enough. Just going through.
Is it okay if I take a toilet break?
Yeah, you go, buddy.
I'll be 2 seconds, okay?
It's just me for a minute. But whilst it's just me, I may as well talk to you about what else is going on. So next week's stream starts again at 8:30 with the feeding in the tank, so you can join from 8:30. The interview will start from 9 p.m. UK time. So next week we are talking to the average ant keepers. So I've just got a couple of random ant keepers which are not YouTubers. They're just random people which keep ants, and I'm going to be doing just a quicker short interview with a couple, 2 or 3 people in that episode. So it's going to be kind of quick fire, but lots of fun, and it's just going to be brilliant to hear from someone who's, you know, a little bit less experienced than some of the ant keepers that I've spoken to, or just, you know, really excited to be part of the hobby and just joining. So it's going to be great fun to speak to the average ant keepers. Obviously, I've already said we're now streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube, currently streaming live at the moment. So if you're on any of those platforms, give us a little like and follow and all of that lot, and get our following up. Just in that, Hood, I'm actually planning on getting you back in for another chat very soon, so I will be speaking to you, but my diary is just absolutely rammed full all the way through to like January now.
Right, my friends, I am back. Hello, sorry about that. I apologise.
You just appeared out of the ground. That was pretty cool.
Oh, mate, I'm like an ant, honestly, mate. Like I've got my own tunnel, my own little nest. Now, like I'm in the loft here, so
yeah,
I've got a lot of hot shots. That's where I come up.
You should put like a massive picture of an ant along it. So yeah,
I need like a big ass 3D printer, so I can like 3D print like an ant mound. So when I'm doing my game, I was like come climbing up this hole. And I'm like, fresh out the nest. Who wants some love?
That'd be absolutely brilliant. Hood says you didn't wash your hands.
Isn't it? My hands are wet. Listen, don't you question me, okay, boy?
I'm just going back through the chat quickly. Have a look if we've missed any questions, because I'm sure we probably have. Hood, don't start a OnlyFans page, please. I'm sure people would pay you not to.
I would start an OnlyFans.
No, it's not. It's not good.
My type of OnlyFans would be like me would be like videos of me sitting roasting people's food. Like when you get them women who like post a picture online, they'll be like, "Oh, I've just made my husband some food today," and it literally looks like it's been cooked on the radiator and served on the plate with a friggin' catapult, like from like 30 foot away. That would be my style of OnlyFans. I generally think people will pay good bread for that. Like, honestly, I think people will pay good money for that.
Maybe. So if anyone else has any more questions for either me or Big Ross, put them in the comments now and we'll get to them. We have got a comment all the way back, a while back, from Ants Hood asking, does anyone else struggle with Camponotus? I can honestly say I really, really struggle with Camponotus. I've got 2 Camponotus hercularis queens. One of them I've had for nearly a year and she's done nothing. And the second one I'm the second owner because the first owner couldn't get her to do anything. And with me, she's pretty much done nothing as well. I've had another 3 or 4 species of Camponotus, and every single one has failed for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've had her for a while now and not a single egg yet.
Yeah, I mean, they're
First
just
Campo.
really hard. Apart from Camponotus nicobarensis, obviously, we know how good your Nicos are, Hood. But they are one of the easier species of Camponotus to deal with. I mean, I've never got my Hercs to really take off, and it's a shame because I love Hercularis. They're so cool, but so hard to get started.
That's the only Campo I've got currently. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I mean, they're just really hard. They're so cool because of their size and ability. But yeah, I've never known. Well, I've never been able to get them off the ground. Like I said, I'm sure the ant lady or someone's probably got like 50 million awesome colonies that she just raises up because it's easy. But
I'm waiting to get. I've got is it Campo Fed? I don't know how to pronounce it. Fidectagos.
Yeah, that one.
Camponotus Fidectagos. I've got some of them coming. Yeah, I've got them coming from the ant lady. Some Fidectagos.
Yeah, there's one thing I always wonder with them. Like I said, they must be so good at ant keeping because I can't even get like my Herc queen to lay eggs and then have her first like few yeah. Whereas like you look on the website and they've got like queen with 5 workers, it's like, how did you do that? Like, you've got a secret and
Can
you're
you
not
please explain this witchcraft that you're not sharing with anyone else, please? Because I'm struggling. Like my queens are there doing jack shit. So if you got 5 workers, explain that witchcraft that you're not sharing with anyone. Because I need to know that.
Exactly. Somehow they're doing it, and like, I need to get in on that action. Get me.
Yeah, I love the Herc because the nice big girls and
yeah,
they look awesome. Man, I think that's what I look at. I like the big look. I like the large side of things.
Yeah, I mean,
very weird.
I like watching all the ants. Yeah, we'll go back to ants. I like all the ants, but definitely the larger ant for me. Yeah. I can't trying to pin my eyes on Fedoni and something that small. You know, it's just hard. I'm just like, after a while, it all kind of blurs.
Those are the very. Is that the big-headed ants? The very small ones with the big, with the majors.
Yeah, I mean, I had some Fedoni Pen. Yeah, again, I can't do names. And they're so small. It's absolutely crazy, ridiculous, like pinhead size. And then I could watch them for a few minutes, and then my eyes would just go blurry because I just can't focus on stuff that sharp.
I've actually got my smallest ones. I think will be my Lasius niger, and this is actually my first ever colony. These are the first ever ants that I got back in March or May.
Yeah,
it was one of the 2 that I got them. So these were just in a test tube, but obviously I've now moved them into a tub and tube setup. So just my little box. I've glue gun some mesh on the top for ventilation for them. I put a tiny bit of sand in the bottom for substrate. But they stay underneath the shelf. Actually, I know the test tube's not covered in tin foil, so before people bite my ear off and tell me off, they actually stay in a dark area. Anyways, the thingy. But if I can try and get the webcam for you, let me shuffle in. Yeah, let me have a look.
Oh wow, quite a few in there.
Yep, they're doing quite well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, doing very well.
Yeah, this webcam's a lot better than I thought it was. Jeez,
it's a really good camera. Really good camera. Look at that, beautiful.
I didn't know it was that good. Shit, my phone doesn't even get that good. Not on Lasius niger. But I saw that's them. That's actually my first ever colony, and those guys came with 4 workers. So for them to be in that position right now, just before hibernation, I would say that's good. From March, was it March or May? I have to have a look on Instagram because I know when I first ever got them, I put a post on Instagram and I was like, I've finally bit the bullet. Like I've decided to try and keep them, blah blah blah, like all that type of shit. Yeah, I was watch on me. It was one of the months. One of the months that we given an M. I know that.
Right.
And it was one of the days. It was one of the days that ends in Y. Okay.
One of them. Yeah. Brilliant. We've got a couple more questions coming in. So Ants Hood, we have already answered it, but Ants Hood is asking, what got you into ant keeping?
Well, you must be saying that, but I have had like an interest, like a large interest in ant keeping for a long time, like for years and years and years. So he obviously missed the whole episode, didn't he, about the worm farm, didn't he? Yeah. So basically, I've had a large interest in ants for years, since I was a kid. And when I was young, growing up, I used to live with my gran. And I once asked my gran if I could have. I was looking for the Argos catalogue, and I once asked my gran if I could get an ant farm. And if you remember years ago in the Argos catalogue, if you can remember that, there was that ant farm. It was like the standard acrylic one. We had like the green plastic around the outsides, and at the top you had like the paper cut out of like deserts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I asked my gran for that, and she was like, "Yeah, great. Like I'll get you it and all this." I think it was like 2 or 3 days later, she picked us up from like the infant school. Because I mean, this is when I was like really, really young. And I got in the house. She's like, "Oh, I've got you a present. Like it's the other settee or whatever it was." And I remember like I picked it up and opened it, and it wasn't an ant farm. It was a friggin' worm farm.
Yeah,
right. But it was like from the same people. So like instead of having the acrylic, right, with like the sand inside and the green plastic on the outside, it was the acrylic with the mud inside and it had the brown outsides. Honestly, it was an absolute worm farm. I was like, no, like this is a worm farm. I want ant farm. She's like, I'm not having ants in this house. If they escape the wild, and they'll breed and they'll be everywhere. And yeah, so that was basically it. So that's me saying you're not getting that. Years down the line have obviously passed. I mean, I'm not 7-year-old no more. Do you know what I mean? I'm 27-year-old now. God bless my soul, but yeah, so I decided to finally bite the bullet. I want that new content, you know. I mean, I've been watching and YouTubers, content creators, adding stuff, and I always want to like get involved and do stuff. You know, I want to have my attempt at entertaining people. I want to do my attempt at like sharing my story with people and sharing my journey. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I know I'm not like up here or nothing, but I'm only small, but I want to try and enjoy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What does that tattoo on your fingers say? Right. So this is my uncle who passed away. It's just basically the year he was born and the year that he died. So it's 1944 was the year he was born, and then 2012 was the year that he died. And that was just my uncle who I was very close with, very, very close to. So that's why I got that tattooed on.
That's cool. That's very cool. We've got a question from Dean. Why are you called Big Ross?
Right. So Big Ross come as a sarcastic joke, what kind of stuck. So for you who don't know, I used to box a few years ago. I've actually got the old shorts pinned up on the wall behind us. Here.
Good stuff.
So I've got them shorts off when I used to fight at 70 kilo, and these shorts off when I used to fight at like 80 plus kilo. So yeah. So basically, when I used to box, in the weight divisions that I would fight in, I was always small compared to everyone else. So everyone else was a lot taller than us, but I used to knock people out. Like I got a good few knockouts on my record. Foxy boxing. So basically, I did. What was it? I got like, was it 5? I did 10 fights, but I think I got like 5 or 4 knockouts.
Wow!
But
That's
each person who I fought was always a bigger lad than me. Was always bigger and more experienced. So every time I was fighting someone, I was going in, obviously all the boys and that knew about you, and you'd finish, you would get the barn or whatever, and the lads would be like, "Hey, look, there's Big Ross. Big Ross, he's taking this one, he's taking that one." I mean, like, you see that there's some videos on YouTube where I'm going to fight these lads. I mean, and these lads are like fucking up there on me, and I'm standing, I'm like, yeah, you want some? You know what I mean? Like, I fought bigger lads, and that's basically how Big Ross came. So it was just a sarcastic joke. And then when I moved to PC from console, I made the online name like for Steam instead of like PlayStation Network or like your Xbox account. Obviously, when I moved to PC back in like 2015, they were like, right, what's your username? And I was like, right, what do I put? I thought, right, I'll just put Big Ross. Put Big Ross on, and it's stuck. Here I am now. You know what I mean? Fucking 20 years later, that's me dying, old, grey hair, me beard and stuff. I died because it's ginger and stuff, and yeah, that's me.
Oh, ginger beard, okay.
Oh man, it's really bad. I get grey hairs here, like you can see it in the camera.
Like down these bits and going grey and balding on top. I mean, look at that. It's bad. I'm not going to show you, but it's bad.
Shows on the grey.
I only noticed filming the other day. Like I set up the camera and I just did that, and I was like, "Oh dear, are you doing that again?"
Full moon.
Exactly. So soon you'll see me. I'll just be shaven because I've just given into it.
But yeah, so as you can see a little ginger tinge.
Yeah.
My entire chin, it's just like a ginger ball. I have like a lot of grey hair as well. So yeah, I get Nivea for men and I just slap that beard dye on. Yeah, works absolute dreams. That I'm telling you, man made. I know it might sound like stuff because it's fucking hair dye. Trust me, mate, you'll never look back. I'm telling you, you will never look back.
I'll go bald before I go grey.
Oh, mate, I've been bald. My missus doesn't like it. Well, she liked it while I was in the middle of lockdown, but as soon as lockdown finishes, I right, get back the barbers, can't get
yeah, but now you're back in public, put some hair back on your head.
No, honestly, mate, I was like, as soon as I was in the lockdown before, I was like, nah, screw this. Drank a bottle of whiskey, woke up the next day, baldy. Life was great.
Oh dear. Ant Hood is asking, where did I get my hooks from? I cannot remember where I got my hooks from, in all honesty. Not a clue from where. It was over a year ago I got them, or about this time last year that I bought them. Not a clue. Sorry, Hood. Where did you get your hook from, Ross?
Shit, where did I get it from?
It's not easy, is it?
I generally can't remember. I've had her for ages as well, she's just not laying at all. Bloody hell, where did I get her from?
Hard, isn't it? There's so many different.
I kind of think I've got multiple different species across here. I generally kind of think.
I can remember most of them where I got them from, but I just can't remember the hooks because they've done nothing. I've not paid attention to them really. It's just gone from my mind. It might have been Ant HQ. It might have been.
Yeah, it was British Ants. British Ants, I got mine.
Okay, British Ants.
Yes, I remember.
Well done. Well done.
Not British Ants. I mean, I have not had a good track record with him. British Ants actually banned me from his site because I give him. I give him a mouthful.
Fair enough. I don't think I've ever used British Ants. I don't think so.
So basically, I bought some Mimica rubra from British Ants a while back. It was supposed to be a 2-queen colony, with like 20 to 30 workers.
Yeah.
And I must have had about maybe say 50 plus workers, but there was only one queen. But there was next to no brood. So when I moved them from the test tube, they came in like a very, very small test tube where like the water was like practically empty. It was dirty. Basically, it wasn't in good condition. And I put them in a tub and tube set up and added a new test tube, and they immediately moved from that test tube that I had them in. Within 5 minutes, mate, I'm not even joking, within 5 minutes of me unplugging the cotton, they were gone. They were moving fully. So basically, they moved up with the new test tube and stuff. But I think I may be seeing like, not joking, 5 to maybe 8 larvae at the most. That's all I saw brood wise. And I sat and watched them. I sat and watched them move on the desk. Yeah, I had them on the desk, right? Yeah, and I sat and watched the entire process of them moving because they did it instantly from that test tube. And messaging the guy from British Ants, I mean, don't get us wrong, other people might have a different opinion, but this is just my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, of course. We always say that.
I messaged them about it because when I got them from them, because I seen they were on sale and they were so cheap, a friend of mine actually bought the same bundle what I did, and his all died off, and mine all died off, but his recovered, and he actually still has his now. His recovered and still has his now, and they're still actually laying and grown.
Right, okay.
Mine didn't recover. Mine all died, and all I got left with eventually was just the queen. So I put the queen into a single test tube alone, trying to regrow, like redo again, and she ended up just dying. So that was an absolute shame. But yeah, obviously I messaged him, but I didn't message him like being a dick or nothing like that. I was like, look, mate, just let you know. Obviously, I know it's like 2 months down the line or whatever. But the rubra I bought off you a while ago, there was next to no brood. They didn't grow. Nothing happened. A friend of mine bought the exact same batch. Blah blah blah. The same happened to him, but his has started recovering. Like, I'm just basically letting you know, and I'm informing you. And straight away, he was like, "Oh well, that's your ant keeping skills, and this is you. This is that." Blah blah. Look, mate, calm down. I'm not giving you a hard time. All I'm trying to do is inform you that look, something's going wrong with you, with what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be nice to think. There's no need to be a fucking dick about shit. And he's like, oh no, this is you, this is this, blah blah. I'm fucking banning you from the site. I was like, mate, I'm not gonna be buying from your site anyways. Do you know what I mean? Just calm myself down, just chill out.
Yeah, that's not great.
He was just quite toxic, so I thought, right, I'll leave that as that. So obviously didn't speak to him for a while, but I remember, I was dying for it to get camp with her because I seen you had them cheap, and I was like, to me, missus, I was like, let's make an account on you'll be off. Yes, I used my missus' account there. I got a queen for her. Like I say, I've got her in the correct temperature and stuff, but yeah, she's not laying at the moment, so I've got her there, and she's been there for a good while now.
Yeah. Well, that is a shame about British ants. I mean, I'm seeing it in the comments. Quite a few people have had bad experiences with them. I mean, they might be good to some customers, but from what I'm just seeing right now, I mean, I haven't used them myself. It doesn't look great. It's a bit of a shame if they're not up to the standard.
My Mesa Barbarous are from him. My Mesa Barbarous are totally fine. The ones I saw earlier, me red-headed queen. I bought me last year's Niger from him. From Ant's Kit, I think it was. And then a week later, I was like, right, I want more. So I was looking online. That's when I come across British Ants, and I bought Mimic Arubra and Mesa Barbarous. I got them both from him. My Mesa Barbarous are totally fine. They're probably my best thriving colony. What I can see like through acrylic. But then the Rubra that I got from they had no chance at all. There was next to no brood. They died out instantly, and my friends did the same. But his queen eventually started laying again, where mine didn't. But yeah, like I say, I think it kind of just depends. Like obviously, like with the retailer and the species and stuff like that. Because like I say, yeah, Rubra were no chance, but my mess are perfect. So I don't know.
No, it's a hard one, isn't it? All I'm going to say is I think in the modern situation, ant keeping is growing massively. Year by year, it's getting huge, right? Retailers like the Ant Lady, Rakushi, Ants HQ, Ants OS, all of those ones are really getting up there on the standard, and they're keeping up that standard. And I think all of these other shops are just going to drop behind, and it won't be long, and they won't be used if they're not keeping that standard. If you know what I mean, because it's going to become a really competitive market, really, really competitive.
See, all the way I see it is, when you talk about the market, when you talk about market, you think the Ant Lady and you think Ant Stevie. It's like just me, my opinion. When you think about retailers, I think the Ant Lady and Ant Stevie, and then when you think of bad reviews, all I hear is British Ants. Like nothing about it. That's all I hear. Someone says, "Oh, bad reviews, blah blah." British Ants. That's
There you go. And like I say, it's getting to the point where like ant keeping's getting so big, you cannot be having those bad reviews. You know what I mean? You just got to up your standards. Mm-hmm. Simple, Yeah,
I see people in the chat there. So I'm talking about Antix. I was trying to get Mindica Rubida. I got my Rubida from Antix, and I also got my Trapjaw from Alex.
Yeah.
Amazing contents. Sorry, is that the correct word for like inside
yeah.
the package? Yeah, I mean, very well wrapped. You know, I can't speak, mate. It was very well wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give in. No, honestly, they did really well in that. You had a
Packaging.
little gift card inside, all the packaging inside. No, was to prevent it from like bounce around stuff. You know, the paper, the bubble wrap, information, let you know, like do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. Anything was perfect. I think Antics are amazing, absolutely phenomenal with their contents. Same with the Ant Lady. I think her stuff's amazing. I think she goes a little bit more and beyond for everything she does. I mean, from your normal average like brown box you get sent for the door, now you're getting something like bright blue or fucking pink paper inside and a little blue polka dots on, and I think she goes a little bit extra mile with that. And Davey, I've never bought from him yet, but actually I have. I've got seeds coming from him messages. That's the first one I've actually purchased from him, but obviously up until then I've never heard anything bad about Ant.
Brilliant, brilliant retailer,
what else can I say? Best Ants UK. Those guys hit us up. They sent me some stuff out for a review. I did a review video on their stuff of it. Of a small setup. Same with High Tech Ants. I won High Tech Ants stuff off Ant Space, off his giveaway. A lot of stuff. Absolutely buzzing. I'm just starting to get these safe heads. See, I can see them in the chat about leaf cutters. Leaf cutters, right? Oh, so fascinating. They're absolutely amazing to watch. I mean, so phenomenal. But I would be scared because I don't like, obviously, I'm not that experienced yet, you know what I mean? So I would love, I mean, don't get us wrong, I would love to say, look, I'll have a leaf cutters, but I would be scared to get them and then for me to not manage it correctly with my inexperience, you know what I mean? I mean, don't get us wrong, the money's not an issue, like not to sound like a big ass or whatever you want to call it. I could get leaf cutters if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I mean, like, obviously it could be a waste of money at one, like from my view. I mean, obviously I'm an inexperienced in my view. I'm an inexperienced antkeeper. I've only been doing it for like less than a year. Do you know what I mean? I would love to buy these leaf cutters. I mean, it's so fascinating to watch them. I would love to have the tubes leap around me. I would have the tubes around my entire gaming room. I would have them all over the place. It would be phenomenal. But at the same time, it's got to be done correctly. And if it's not done correctly, they're just going to die. And if they're going to die, it's going to be a waste of money for one. And another chance, it's not fair on them. Do you know what I mean? But, right, let's start raising a colony of ants and blah, blah. And then they're always going to die. I mean, I know they're only ants and the bugs or whatever people want to class them like. When you hear people say, oh, it's only this, it's only that. It's not the fucking point. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you get into this hobby for a reason. You don't half cut it. It's the same as you get a dog. Do you know what I mean? I know it's a dog and an ant. There's a big difference, but at the same time, you didn't get a dog and then feed it once a day and leave it. Do you know what I mean? You've got to look after it correctly.
Yeah, you are right. You're definitely right. I treat them the same as any other pet. Like, I do my research. I try and enrich their lives. Like I was saying the other day, I've got my Manica Rubida, and they were in tubs and tubes set up, and it was just blank. And they walk around the outside, and they just seem lost and bored. So I got some fake plants and made like a mini forest for them to explore and wander about.
Yeah,
enriching their lives, you know.
Sorry, mate. You know the process of the Rubida, the brood. So like from like egg to larvae to pupae, that's quite fast, isn't it?
It is quite fast, yeah.
Yes, I've noticed that because it was only a couple of days ago that I looked in, and it was just like normal eggs and stuff. And then I looked in again like last night, and I had one larvae and it's already a pupae, and the other eggs are like looking large. I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's fast, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's normal. I need to do a little bit more research into this subject, but I think they have quite short lifespans as well. I've already gone through like 2 or 3 of my nanitics have died, and they're only probably 6 months old or less. Definitely less than 6 months. But 2 or 3 of my nanitics have died already, but they've already been replaced by, I don't know how many are in there, but quite a lot now.
See,
What's
so
this?
this is my setup. I've got my Rubita in right now, so it's
Yeah.
one queen. I got these from and I
Yeah.
can't speak tonight, mate. Like honestly, I really can't speak. So I got these guys from Antics. It was
Yeah.
one queen with one worker, and she had a very small batch of eggs. And she had one larvae, a small batch of eggs, and one worker. And
Right.
she still has the worker. The larvae is now a pupae, and the egg batch is just like colossal at the moment. So I'm gonna try. I'll try my best to see if I can get you guys like a good like. I think I'm gonna uncover it because I'll try to leave them covered as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But obviously, you'll obviously understand. If I can try and get it away.
Oh yeah.
So there's a worker.
There's
Queen.
Queenie.
Oh, yep, she's got a small.
Yeah.
Larvae, I think.
Beautiful, aren't they? Oh yeah, there's a nice little pile.
I'm trying to get a.
Yeah.
This is so weird now because I'm watching the monitor and I'm trying to like.
Yeah.
This is hard, right? This is hard. But where am I going?
That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's there. Now I've got it.
Oh yeah, you got a nice big larvae there. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Very beautiful. I love the queen.
See, I'm just like quite curious because obviously I know like there's a different sting between the rubra and to the rubida.
Yeah, rubida is much more painful. It's like the most painful stinging insect we get natively. Like,
yes, and that's what I'm saying, mate. I'm an absolute idiot, and for some reason, I'm very curious. For some reason, I really want to do a video comparing.
Do it.
Do you know what I mean?
If you want to take it to the next level, I've always got bullet ants. You can try that.
No, whoa. Yeah, I never said nothing about bullet ants, mate. I'm talking about rubra and rubida. Do you know what I mean? Calm yourself down, brother. Honestly, I'm actually really curious, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've been thinking about it loads. I'm actually wanting to. Obviously, I've got two different colonies for rubra, and then I've got them there for the rubidas. I'm actually really I'm really curious. I really want to just like biters. I'm really curious. I do generally do. I really want to see. Look, just getting into it. Just stick my finger. Let us feel it. Let us know the crack.
I actually very rarely get stung by any of my ants. Some of my rubra, I can put my hand in, and they'll just crawl over me and completely ignore me. I think they're like almost tame.
They've been on my hand as well, mate. So I mean, like I've had a few of my rubra on me, and I've never been stung on nothing yet. But I'm really curious. I really want to get stung by the rubra, and I really want to get stung by the rubida, and I want to compare it because I've never had it yet. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm keeping, so I want to experience it. But at the same time, I'm like, do it, but don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to do it, but I don't. I'm scared. I'm a bitch, but I want to do it at the same time.
I've been bitten by the dives lately. That was quite an interesting one.
Oh, they're a cool looking species.
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome. Did you get to see the tank before we signed on for the interview?
Yeah, especially when you put the sticks in with the roaches on.
Yeah. They're not going as nuts as they were like last week, but they have eaten a lot this week. I've literally yesterday or the day before they had like 30 Mario worms, so they have eaten quite a bit, but there's probably a good 40, 50, maybe even more ants like running about and having fun. I do like that tank.
Red Reynolds myself, I've got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Red Reynolds myself. Just to try for the larger meals.
Yeah.
I got the banana there. I heard bananas go for them, and I also heard that orange skin is meant to make them on a life.
Right. So they visually they can see orange before anything else. It like just stands out to them. So any kind of orange foods that are just attracted to it. Carrot they enjoy, but I think it's a little bit too hard for them. So things like orange is perfect.
Yeah, I just heard there's something about orange skin that makes them, makes them reproduce, you could say.
Yeah. I mean, I feed mine on pretty much everything. I've got a colony of probably
1,000 or so dubia roaches over there, and I just feed them on everything.
I mean, that's my first ever time like trying this. Like, I'm new to all this, so I'm doing my best. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I put bits of cotton in for them still. I put some like the sugar water stuff.
Yeah,
they love it. They love it. I've tried them with it. I've been trying them with this one.
Yeah,
and they've been jumping on the cotton straight away. Like I say, I'm putting banana skins in for them, orange skins, and supposedly the orange skins are meant to be making them like happy and stuff. But
yeah,
you know.
So quite often with my big multi-species tank, I'll just like drip some of that ant candy in, and like, every single insect in there goes nuts for it.
What's fun?
Like the beetles, the worms, millipedes, ants, you name it, they all come down and have a little drink. It's quite interesting to watch. I don't spiders do actually, but literally everything. Stick insects will come down and have a little drink of it as well, which I didn't expect.
Mate, I really want a mantis.
Yeah, I've been tempted to get a mantis of some description for the tank when it starts getting overrun with ants.
Like, I want a mantis, right? But at the same time, I remember when I was a kid and I went on a school trip to some like park place what they like all the like nature shite.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a chick in my class, right? And she stood there. I'm saying chick. I mean, I was only in seventh at the time, but I remember she stood there and she held this praying mantis, right? And she did something. The praying mantis like lashed on her finger, and she shit herself and like flung it, and the praying mantis went that way, and her finger was bleeding. So I was like, I didn't know if I should do that. But yeah, I want one. I really want one. But yeah. I remember Lynch her finger like in there. She wasn't very happy with that.
Yeah, I mean they are super cool. I've never held one or seen one in person, but they are super cool. I follow a few guys on Facebook and whatnot which have it, and it just like I said, I think they'd be a good population control within the tank. It's just whether they could handle it without getting eaten themselves, because I'm sure once the dive, the dives are in the thousands.
If they got too hungry and then started swarming, I think there'd be a little issue there. And then
that's it. If they send out that attack signal, you know what I mean. That's it. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to put my hands in there and like get attacked by a whole load of them.
That'd be gone.
Yeah. So when I got bit the other day, it was like on that part of my arm, like there, and it swelled up like massive, big red like golf ball in my arm. Yeah. Jesus. And they didn't even get the acid in. They just kind of bit me, and painful.
So do you think it was like just like a reaction to the bite?
I think it probably was. Yeah. I mean, I'm not normally allergic to insects or anything like that, but
I generally don't know if I'm allergic to anything. That's why I would like to find out, but at the same time I wouldn't like to find out if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of them. You just don't know.
Don't bite us, but don't bite us. But just bite us, but don't bite us. I want to get amongst it. I do, but I'm scared and I'm a bitch. I'm not gonna lie about
it. And you did all that boxing.
Mate, I'd rather. That is, I'm not going to joke about it, but I would happily stand there and let somebody punch us in the face, then put my finger on me, tank and be like, yeah, sting my finger. I'm telling you, it's not easier because I know what to expect. I've been punched before, so I know what to expect. I haven't been bit, so I don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? It's a little nerve wracking. I get excited, but I get scared at the same time.
That's fair enough. I think I'm getting stung by the bullet ants at some point. It's been talked about.
Video it. So I can experience it, not do it. Please video it.
Right. So my 300th subscriber, I know him quite well, and he said, well, I was your 300th, you have to do it. And I'm like, okay, and he's going to do it with me.
Oh.
Yeah, so if he chickens out, I ain't doing it. But we're going to do it.
I ate when I hit 500 subs, I ate a bullet chili.
Okay.
I ate a bullet chili, me 500 subs. I ate one of them, my face like melted off. And then I did it again on me 1,000 when I hit 1,000. But when I hit 1,000, I ate 2. No, I ate 3, I think it was. I ate 3. I did 3 bullet cheese when I was at 1,000. I was just like, bite out of 3 of them. And I was sitting there and I was like, rah, 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 and then next thing you know, eyes were streaming, face was pissing, and I was sitting in my chair dying. So that was grim. Look, I had that was grim.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't do things like that. But I can take pain, but I don't like hot food.
I'm not a fan myself. I hate hot stuff myself. I'm not a fan, but I just knew it'd be funny, and I knew the people there, the community would enjoy it, and I thought that it is. Screw it, let's just go for it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, screw it. Sometimes you got to do a bit of fun, yeah.
100%. Sacrifices need to be made, man.
Yeah, take one for the team and all of that. All right. What are you on now? Ants England, what do you mean what you on now? That's confused me. Subs. I'm on about 350 something subs. I'm on. If that's what we mean. 800 and Hood's on 866. Wow. Well done, Hood. You're getting there. You'll be at 1,000 soon, mate.
I'm on 1.4k, but that's like half, like most of my channel's old game and stuff anyway. I mean, obviously the ant keeping stuff's all like new to my channel this past year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I've got lots of questions. Look, by the hold on, let me see. Tell you what, I need another tire bridge. You don't mind me, do you?
That's all good. Go for it, buddy. Go.
Yes, we're back. I'm gonna quickly climb that dummy hole.
Get back down your hole. Yeah. That's cool. Hood, I'm reading like a million comments from you, but I can't really see many questions. But lots and lots of comments from you, Hood. But isn't it a bad thing? If you want to comment them again, Hood, feel free, because I'm going back through. I just can't see many questions. Just saying, don't do it. See, I don't know. I might do it. I might not. It's one of them things, you know. It's just one of them things. What else have we got to say? Oh, we have got a little giveaway coming to these live streams as well. I'm not quite sure how it's going to run, but I think you'll have to there's going to be like things appearing on the screen, and you'll have to tell me what's appeared on the screen in the comments. So you have to watch the whole stream to do it, and then you win something. So that's really exciting. We've got all sorts of talks in the works. Loads of people booked in for these live streams. Do it for the views. See, now I say do it for the views. I don't want to just do things for the views, but then I also want to give the viewers what they want as well. I'm actually, as well as the ant keeping, I've actually started really enjoying the content creating as well. I have got 2 other YouTube channels and all sorts of other stuff going on as well. So I'm just enjoying the content creating. So I might do it for the views, but I don't want to sell out. I'm not a sellout, so that's the main thing. And Ross is back.
Hello.
Baby, he's got a baby bladder, yes. Right. Hood said he's left loads of questions, but I can't see most of them. And hang on.
I started to look at before.
I don't like content creating. Hood doesn't like content creating. See, I was like that at the start, but now I'm getting more and more into it. Like on the other channels as well, I'm enjoying what I'm doing there. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing here, and I'm just really enjoying making it, really.
Pop on my place, I got 4K Soul and Lobsters that would love to sting you. Piss off. Message me after this, and I'll talk to you about the LC. So, see, I can't see the questions either. I tell you, if you've got the questions, just let them go from now, because we kind of see them scrolling. So if you've got the questions, find them in the chat now, and then we'll see them.
Yeah. Any further questions? Just put them on now.
Tell you what, let me move you on the screen up here a little bit better.
I don't know. But I'm going to tell you about my Myrmica I've got 3 colonies of Myrmica.
it's funny that you said that yours did that. My first colony of my Mikaruba came with 1 queen, 20 workers. Managed to have a bit of an accident with the sugar water. Went down to 3 workers. Really not cool. I managed to put them in a tubs and tubes set up, and they're recently, right, so I've seen 2 bodies come out, so there would be 1 worker left, but I've seen at least 4 workers feeding. So that's good signs, you know, that's a good sign that they're slowly making a comeback. My second colony of my Mikaruba, again, was like 20 workers. For no reason at all, workers have just slowly declined. The queens never laid any eggs. And yeah, that was the end of that colony. They just didn't survive at all. And then the third colony I got with the Best Ants UK kit. They're doing amazing, absolutely thriving. The kit's really good. I'm still using the same nest, double out worlds water test tube there. Really good. The colony's just gone from like strength to strength. Although it's only 1 queen, the colony's just booming. You know, like there's
one of these ones.
Yeah, exactly the same as that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly the same as that. I thought it was really crack-a-lacking. You know, crack-a-lacking. Really good.
I think it's great quality, like really good quality.
Yeah. The only thing that I like, me being picky, I like to get a monitor in the nest as well, just because I am useless with temperatures, humidities. I like to check. In fact, all my thermometers and everything in the ant corner, I check them probably about 20 times a day, just because I like to look.
I'm not completely sold on all these monitors and stuff, you know. Like I'm not I'm not, mate. Like I've got 2 monitors here side by side, right? One says 63. I mean, they're literally side by side at the side of it, right? One says 63, one says 65, right? I know that's not much difference, right? But the one that I've got in my ant setup, in my natural ant setup over there, I mean, these 2 here actually do change a lot. And I mean, like, they'll differ within like maybe 10 to 15 digits between each other, but they're literally sitting here all the time, side by side like this. But the one that I do have in my answer over there, that'll say like 75 to 85% usually, which is fine. Right. Then I've got my ants, my high-tech ants one here, which is a thing. I mean, look at this. That hasn't even got no water in.
Yeah,
it hasn't got no. I haven't even added water to it yet. I haven't even got the ants to put in. I'm waiting for the athlete to send them out.
Yeah.
And it's like I say, it's 99, and so I don't know personally. I'm not sold on the thermometers and that. I mean, some other people might just be me being inexperienced. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, but like I say, it's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I never like bother digit by digit, but I like to know it's within the range, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not too fussy, but I suppose I'm just old school. I like to have something visual to reassure me. It's mainly to make sure I'm not overwatering things, so I say. Once it gets up to whatever, just stop.
Aye. See, I mean, like, I mean, don't get us wrong, I am not going to complain at all, because I mean, I won that entire setup here. From Antscapes. It was when Ryan did his giveaway the other week.
Yeah.
Weeks ago. This is what I won from Ryan.
Oh wow!
From High Tech Ants.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it was the medium sized nest, which I won from him the other week.
Yeah,
so,
wow.
I mean, I'm super excited about that. But like I say, I'm just waiting for Tracy to send the ant out. I'm getting seed feds from her, so they're gonna go on this. But like I say, I don't know. I'm just personally not 100% sold on like the thermometer readers and
well, they definitely seem like there's discrepancies between them.
I mean, the quality of this, I think the quality of this is great. I love how it's like magnetic, you know.
That's a great feature.
Yeah, I love how that's magnetic, you know, which is and then obviously like it just slides in like on on one another. It's airtight. I can't see nothing escaping. You know, you can change it like from I've got that one sideways. You can put it long ways. Anything, you know. Like I said, that's probably the only issue I've got. Like just them thermometers. I don't know. I mean, now look at now that I've put it back on. Now it's saying 96 from 99. It just changes. It's just changing constantly. Do you know what I mean? It's slightly confusing, but I guess it is what it is. It's whatever.
Yeah. We've got a question from Ants England. What is your favourite type of nest?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Wow. Shit, I wasn't expecting me to get asked something like that. Right, so I love the look of that High-Tech Ants 3 nest. I think this looks amazing. Which I do. I'm not going to be right. I mean, I know I've just complained about the reader, which is magnetic, but I think the rest of it looks amazing. I absolutely love this. You know, they've got like the different layers and levels inside it. It's not just like completely flat. I think this looks amazing. But like I say, I mean, I don't know what you would say it's like price wise, because obviously I am new and keeping, like I've said a million times already. But yeah, I mean, you probably know a lot more than me. I don't know what you guys, what your opinions are. But yeah, I mean, I love the idea of these. I think it looks great. You know, obviously, I went for plaster on mine, both sides. I know you can choose sponge or plaster. I did go for plaster. But other than that, the other nests, I've got 2 nests, which are acrylic from Antboy UK. I mean, they're all right. They're nothing special. They're just an acrylic nest. Nothing to blow your trumpet about. Best Ants UK, that setup that they sent us for a review not too long ago. I think it's absolutely amazing. That's small nest that they're in. It's got the texture of the sand stuck to the inside. It's got a nice hydration chamber for the. It's got some good quality sponge. That's amazing. So that's definitely at the moment one of my best nests. My Trapjaw Queen is in the Wakushi module. I'll show you it if you give me a second. So my Trapjaw Queen is in one of these. I don't want to disrupt her too much because she only has her eggs. But she's in one of these. She's doing well, you know, nice and humid. I'm feeding her 2 fruit flies a day.
Okay.
Just to keep her going. But then other than that is my natural setup. I mean, I think natural is probably the best option to go for. But I don't know. It's really a hard choice. I love the look of High-Tech Ants, because obviously you've got like the thermometer reader and stuff. But I think Best Ants UK did a better quality. That small list I got from Best Ants UK, I think theirs was better quality. The thermometer and that looks good, but it's like, can you read it? Can you not read it? Is it correct? Is it not correct? And then obviously you've got natural. If you do your natural stuff and you do everything correctly, I think it's all going to be perfect. It's just, I don't know. It's a very hard question.
It's a very hard one. Very hard question. Very.
It all depends on the kind of aspect you're going for. Are you going for natural? Are you going for acrylic? Are you 3D?
Do you like the grain? Do you like that sound effect? Do you like the thermometer? There's so many different things that come into it. I've got quite a lot of Best Ants UK nests. I've got quite a few Wakushi nests. Ants Hut do amazing nests as well. There's so many good ones on the market. It's just really impossible to put my finger on my favorite, really. I like them all for different reasons. But yeah, I think my favorites are, like you say, the natural ones, the ones you build yourself.
Yes. So I think a natural environment, natural vibe for them, you know. They've got like all the nutrients and stuff that come from, like obviously the natural soils and stuff like that, and the water and everything. Obviously that's without a fail going to say that's going to give them the best life and it's going to give them like the best abilities and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But when it comes to like artificial stuff, I mean, I guess you probably like your acrylic, your 3D. It all depends on the type of species. I mean, one species might prefer acrylic. One species might prefer 3D printed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's one of them. You have to like test the water, I think.
Yeah. No, I think you're right with that. I completely agree. And on that note, we are going to wrap up the interview.
Nice one, man.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you. Thank you very much, Big Ross. Everyone who hasn't already, please do check out Big Ross's channels on Twitch and YouTube. Give him a like, give him a sub. That'll be a massive favour to me. Thank you very much, Ross, for coming on. Do you want to say a little goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, just appreciate it. Thank you very much as well. Obviously, to you for the opportunity for being here. Like I say, obviously, I'm new to Timekeeping again, but out of everyone you could have chose, you know, all the content creators out there, you know, you've picked me and you've chose me and you've invited me onto your show. So yeah, mate, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Anybody who's come along the night and anyone who was dropped by my channels and given me any support, I do appreciate it. I look forward to see you all in the future. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend and yeah, happy Timekeeping. Good one, man. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for being here. We do appreciate your time. And thank you to everyone who signed in and gave us some brilliant questions and comments tonight. You've made it a really special night for both of us, and you've made it possible. A lot of fun, man. And really fun. Don't forget, next week we've got Chatting with the Average Ant Keeper, where I've got several different interviews happening. So that's going to be really exciting as well. You can now find these on Spotify and Anchor as podcasts after this live stream is finished. So that's a really good bonus for you as well. But as always, for me, I will see you again, Ant fans.